Minister Groenewald, dis 'n groot plesier, meneer. Thank you very much for coming through. I really appreciate it. Hoe gaan dit met jou?
Dit gaan goed en die voorreg is myne. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Groenewald, let's take it back a little bit, right? Because we want to get to know you. You were born in the Western Transvaal in a small dorpy town called Fochville, right? And in that day you were born, you actually made headlines because you and your twin sister, Maritje Groenewald, you were the first twins to be born in the new hospital, the Fochville Hospital. How was it like in Fochville?
Well, firstly, I want to say, and the correct pronunciation is Fochville.
Fochville.
Of course. Before we became 3 years old, my father then moved to a farm close to Potchefstroom.
Okay.
It's about 16 kilometers from Potchefstroom. It is where the Boskop Dam is. It's still there today.
Yeah.
So that's actually where I grew up on the farm. As you said, I've got a twin sister. I had an older sister.
Okay.
And then I had a younger brother.
All right.
So we were 4 children.
4 children.
And I must say that I always say that for me, I think it was a privilege to grow up on a farm.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is firstly, I went to a farm primary school.
Okay.
The total number of, at that time, standard 5, today grade 7s were 25.
Oh, 25.
Yeah, so the privilege was that you received personal attention.
Yes.
From the teachers.
The teachers.
If you had to do your homework or else you're going to get some problems.
Yes, yes.
And the other thing is, on the farm, we actually, when I went into high school,
yes,
I had to make a decision between rugby and equestrian horse riding.
Oh, okay.
Because we had a horse riding club on the farm.
On the farm. Okay.
Yes. At one stage, about 40 to 45 horses of different people coming from Potchefstroom.
Yes.
Who joined the club. So I decided I'm not going to continue with rugby. I can't say that I was in the A team in standard 6 or grade 8.
Nice.
And then I decided, no, I'll continue with the horse riding.
Okay.
And it is interesting, we had well-known people and children. For instance, Mr. Wimpy de Klerk, brother of the then President F.W. de Klerk.
Wow.
He was at the University of Potchefstroom, at that stage known as the Potchefstroom University for Christian Higher Education.
Yes, yes.
They joined the club, so his children and we grew up at the same time. There was the head of the psychologist or the psychology department, Professor Louis Gous,
yes.
Well-known people.
Yeah, well.
So we had all these people with us, and that was really enjoyable. And it was a very good social life also as children, because we had a huge farmhouse.
Yes.
And holidays, it was not unusual. For instance, if all the nieces and nephews and all those people are coming to the farm over Christmas time, and that the children alone were 14 to 15 children. And
a lot of kids at that.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mother was very strict.
Your mom.
And she was very fair. She believed in fairness.
Yes, yes.
So it doesn't matter if you are naughty, whether you're her child or anyone else, you will get your hiding.
Yes.
So I know I have some controversy about corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment.
Yeah, I grew up with that.
Yes, yes.
And it worked for me.
It worked.
Ja.
Pakkie sla.
Een goeie pak sla op sy regte tyd, op die regte manier.
Op die regte tyd.
Yeah, so I must say, and to give you a further idea, I did many times when it was full moon.
Yes.
I then actually slipped out of the house. I saddled up my horse, and then I rode on the farm.
Then you rode on the farm?
On the moonlight.
Yes, yes.
That was wonderful.
Nice.
To do that free. And as I said, went to a primary school close. And then my high school was at the Potchefstroom Gymnasium.
Oh, okay.
Also a well-known school in Gymnasium.
Yes.
And after that,
Even the courses there.
no. We traveled by bus.
Oh, okay.
As I said, it was about 16 kilometers outside of Potchefstroom.
Oh, okay.
So it was a bus service.
Right.
So I know that road. And quite interesting is also later on, I started to work at the factory that was partly on the old farm.
Oh, okay.
And known, it's a affiliate of Armscore at that stage. We manufactured. Yeah, we manufactured medium and heavy caliber ammunition.
Oh, okay.
It's explosive factory.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes, so I traveled that road for many years. So that's more or less the background. I did my conscription, of course.
Yes.
In the equestrian center. It's also just outside Potchefstroom on the Ventersdorp Road outside.
Okay.
It's about 20 kilometers out of Potchefstroom.
Right.
There I actually became the first person in South Africa to ride 5 horses simultaneously.
Simultaneously?
Yes, known as Roman Ride.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, well, that is the background. So that is as far as that is concerned.
Yes, and your father was a farmer and also a civil servant, right? And he actually, what was he farming in the farm?
Well, as you said, he worked with the Department of Water Affairs.
Yes.
As I said, it was just opposite the Boskop Dam.
Right.
And he was to ensure the maintenance of the canals.
Okay.
For the irrigation and for the farmers.
Right.
So, but it also farmed. And it was mainly cattle. The farm was about 1,300 hectares. He had a good herd of cattle and also a dairy.
Yes.
So that was, besides the 45 horses to 50 horses for the riding club. So,
yes.
So, but that was his main activities of that.
No, interesting. And in politics, what attracted you to politics? Because you were a member of the Conservative Party, which was a breakaway of the National Party, right? What actually attracted you to the Conservative Party at that time?
What happened there that we must remember that in 1977, there were certain, constitutional reform on the table.
Yes.
Actually known as the 1977 proposals.
Okay.
And it provided for the 3-chamber. For the Volksraad, People's Assembly.
Yes.
And then, of course, for the brown people.
Okay.
The representatives. And then, of course, for the Indians, the delegates.
Okay.
The 3-chamber. And it was in the run-up to the then referendum in 1983.
Oh, okay.
And I looked at these proposals and I said, yes, okay. You are creating a 3-chamber parliament. But what about the black people of South Africa? How are you going to deal with them?
Yes.
And they couldn't give the answers because it was not part of the proposals.
Okay.
And I said, well, I have an obligation to ensure a future for my children. And I said, in the end, you have to accommodate the black people of South Africa. And there are different models how you can accommodate that. Giving everyone a right to vote, but in such a way, you can structure it in a certain way to ensure that you, for instance, as the Afrikaner people, can still preserve your culture, you have your own cultural rights, your language, your means of education you want to do and everything. And it's actually similar to a federal system like you have in the United States of America. If you go and look at the federal system there, for instance, you will find that in certain U.S. states, they still have the death penalty. And in some others, they don't have it.
Yes.
So it's about self-determination. It's about the people in that specific state that can determine their own sort of laws in a certain way. And that actually I said to myself, I think that's the future, where we live together. Of course, we are all part of an economy. We are not isolated,
Yes.
but you can live in peace with each other, become prosperous and safe, and you can still reserve your culture. And that is nothing else than calling self-determination. And I, in myself, said, but that should be the future if I want to ensure a future for my children. And then I got involved.
Yes.
And then it started with the Conservative Party. And that's how I became the member of the Conservative Party. And then in 1987, I stood for the first time. Those times we had constituencies in the electoral system. I was then the candidate for Stilfontein.
Oh, the Stilfontein.
Yeah, for Stilfontein constituency. I've lost with 209 votes.
Yes, that.
Yes.
Was that your first political?
That was right. Yes. Sometimes I say.
How did you take it?
Well, I believe that if you really want to become a politician, you must first lose before you win. Because if you lose and you win later on, then you also know what it means to lose. Because you get some people in politics, they cannot deal with real pressure. And if you've lost first, then you know what's going on. But in 1988, they had a local government elections. But at that stage, I lived in Potchefstroom.
Oh, at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, I worked at it was Naschem, affiliate of Armscor.
Yeah, the Armscor factory.
Yeah. So when I lost the 1987 election, the people there said to me, but next year we're going to have local government elections. And we want you to come and participate. And but then you have to be a person who lives in that specific municipality. You cannot be a voter if you're outside of that. So I then bought a house in 1988. I moved there. I participated in the local government election. I became the mayor of Stilfontein.
Oh, okay, great.
And then the year after that, it was 1989. We had a general election.
The general.
And that was my second chance. So I then got elected as a member of Parliament.
Of Parliament.
Yes, and representing the constituency of Stilfontein.
Of Stilfontein.
And I'm still there.
It's an interesting one, Dr. Groenewald, that you were not a member of the National Party. You actually became a member of the breakaway, which was the Conservative Party. How close were you? Because I remember Dr. Andries Trianach was the leader of the National Party in the Transvaal, right? How close were you with him when he actually, did he play a role in shaping your political philosophy in a way?
Well, I won't say from the start. Of course, I mean, remember, I only joined in 1982.
Oh, 82.
So that's when I started, and I mean, the Conservative Party was formed in 1982.
Yes, yes.
So, and then, of course, quite active in the 1983 referendum, as I've said. Of course, I've met Dr. Trianach.
Yes.
But I only really known him when I became a member of Parliament.
Oh,
we were at that stage about 38 members of Parliament.
38 at that.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, then you started to work closely with each other.
Oh, okay.
And of course, because you're a member of Parliament, then you are part of shaping the policies and the views of the political party.
Yes,
and in that sense, I did play my role. But right from the start, I mean, then I only actually entered politics. So I was, like they say, I was a backbencher.
Oh, okay.
And those days, if you're a backbencher, you keep quiet and you listen.
And then you listen.
And you learn. These days it's different. You get some of these.
You get the back.
They at the back, but they believe that they are in the
front.
in the front row. So it was a good school, as I said. So there's a good purpose to be a backbencher. As I said, you keep quiet. Of course, you do deliver your speeches.
Yes.
But you keep quiet. You don't make any remarks or anything, sort of things, interceptions and everything. And you must learn. You must learn from the more, can I say, experienced members.
And obviously, the committees that you served as the backbencher, could you go to any committee at that time? How was it like?
No, not at that stage. In the previous dispensation, you became a member of a specific portfolio committee.
Okay.
And interesting is that I was actually a member of the portfolio committee for police.
Oh, police.
They just call it the parliamentary committee for police,
Okay.
as well as defence. And those were the two committees I served. And actually, throughout my whole political career, let's take police, for instance, and even defence,
Yes.
I were a member of those portfolio committees, even in the new dispensation.
Oh.
And it was only for police and as well as defence, although I was an alternate member in defence in the previous administration,
Yes.
the sixth administration. But with the police, I was a very active member.
Okay.
Throughout, and I was, well, of course, a longest-serving member on the Police Portfolio Committee in Parliament, seeing that this is going to be 36 years since I became a member of Parliament.
A member of Interesting. And now with the transition, right, in the Conservative Party, obviously the Conservative Party resisted the participation of election in 1994. And you were one member who said, look, we need, there has to be some participation. And you broke out and founded the Freedom Front Plus with General Constant Viljoen, right? Can you take us through your philosophy in seeing differently to the collective that was there at that time?
It was quite an interesting time. And let me start by saying that at that time when we decided we're going to participate, and we were 7 members, Conservative Party members.
Yes.
Members of Parliament, if I put it that way. We were 7, which I was part of.
Okay.
And we said that if you want to stay relevant, then we will have to participate. There was, of course, the view that you're going to give some legitimacy if you participate in the system. My view was, and that's what our view actually was, and all agreed with that, is it's not going to make any difference if you do not participate. It will still be a legitimate process. The world will recognize it. And then you have to make a decision. Do you want to be a spectator on the pavilion? Yeah. Or do you want to run around on the field? Yes, it's not going to be an easy match. But it can happen that you score a try.
Yes.
And that was quite a fierce debate in the Conservative Party. I can say.
A heated one.
A very heated one. And I can say that I received death threats in terms of my children. They were a lot of cowards that didn't have the guts to come for me. They said, we're going to kill your children.
Sure.
And they had to be protected by the police for about 3 weeks. So it was that time.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
And these members coming from the Afrikaner Volksfront.
No, the resistance, I think, became more from the AWB and on those organizations.
Yes.
Everybody spoke about the AWB, but there were some other organizations as well. And I think some of the other organizations were more dangerous, if I can say, put it that way, and so on. So that was where the threat actually came from. Sure. Because people, that's the way they felt at that stage. Well, if you look at the Conservative Party, in the end, to the run-up to the 2004 election, remember we originally, the name was Freedom Front.
At the start.
At the start, 1994.
Okay.
And with the run-up to the 2004 election, we've changed our name to Freedom Front Plus.
What, the plus is for hell?
What then happened is that actually the plus is that the Conservative Party then decided they will join us. And for instance, there were also a political party known as the Afrikaner Eenheidsbeweging, the Afrikaner Unit Movement. Unity Movement. They joined us, and also in the end, the Federal Alliance of Dr. Louis Luyt also joined up
Also,
Yeah, and so we're the Freedom Front Plus. That's where the plus comes from.
Oh, the plus comes.
Yes, and remember, run up to the election, when we decided to participate, our leader was then General Constant Viljoen,
Yes.
former chief of the South African Defence Force. And we got, I think, about 6 or 7 members elected
Okay.
in the National Assembly. So that's part of the history.
Yes.
And then we went on.
And in 2016, you succeed Dr. Pieter Mulder. And obviously in the election, the general elections 2019, my word, you took it from less percent to more than 2%, right?
Yes.
That was a great election result.
Yes, of course.
Destabilizing the DA at that time. What
Yes.
was the strategy behind that? Can you take us through that, Dr.
Well, firstly, you're right. I became the leader in
You
November.
sort of scaled it up.
Yeah, in 2016. What I did is that I actually addressed various groups. My view was that if we talk to the ANC,
Yes.
why can we not talk to the other groups, including the AWB, including, for instance, some other far-right organizations? You have, for instance, the Stichte Nasionale Party. Yes, with the leader...
Is it Hersov who's that, General Hersov?
what?
Was it General Hersov who's...
No. That was the leader was Andries Breitenbach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take the HNP, for instance.
Yes.
HNP. They had, with elections, they had a poster.
Okay.
It read, stem reg, bly weg.
Okay.
Vote correct or right, stay away. So their supporters they refused to vote.
Okay.
And I had conversations, meetings with them, and I told them, what is the effect if you do not vote? And let me quickly say that what people don't understand is in the proportional electoral system, every vote counts. If a political party, for instance, gets 1% of the votes,
Yes.
he gets 1% of the seats of the 400. That's 4 seats. So every vote counts. You can vote for any political party. Your vote counts. And I explained to them, and it's a simple calculation. I told them, well, if you have 10 voters, for instance, and of those 10 voters, 6 voters vote for the ANC, and you have 4 opposition parties receiving 1 vote each, A, B, C, and D.
And D.
Then the calculation of the electoral system determines ANC, you got 6 out of 10, so you get 60%. So you get 60% of the 400, that's 240 seats. Opposition parties, A, B, C, and D, you got 1% each, so you get 4. 1% of the 400. In total, of course, it's 4%.
Yes.
But now what happens if you don't vote? Now say the HNP voter says, I'm not going to vote. Now only 9 people vote. The ANC still gets 6 votes. Now what happens is they get 6 out of 9. Where they got 60%, 6 out of 10, 6 out of 9 is about 66%. So you're actually making the ANC stronger if you abstain and do not go and vote. And that convinced quite a lot of those groups. And I said, because I said no, they're against the ANC and all that sort of arguments. And when I explained this, they said, okay, they will vote for the 2019 election. If I take, for instance, Andries Breitenbach, he said, Pieter, I hear what you say.
Yeah.
But I can't see that I will vote.
He still wanted to.
I said, okay, but let's make a deal.
Okay.
I want you to vote, but if you don't want to vote, promise me that you won't use that poster of saying stem reg, bly weg. and then he kept quiet a bit and he said, okay, I'll make you the deal. And we made a deal.
Yes,
and you can go and check. They've never used that poster again.
That poster again.
and that played quite a role in people coming forward, voting, and that was part of the result of the 2019 election, which you referred to.
Wow, that's great. And your slogan was "Slaan terug" at that time, right?
No.
What was that?
Oh, yes. So 2019, yes.
"Slaan terug."
Yes, people said, but I'm actually copying Tony Leon from the then DP in the 1999 elections. And I said, well, yes, it's true. He used that. He used the slogan of "Slaan terug," fight back.
Fight back.
And I said, but in political history, you will have many times where you have to fight back, figuratively, of course.
Yes.
And you will have to slaan terug. And it was a radio program, and they asked me and said that I'm copying. I said, yes, I'm copying, but people say to me, it sounds much better if Pieter Groenewald says "slaan terug," as Tony Leon said "slaan terug."
His accent is Afrikaans. It's more original when it's coming from you. That's a good one. That's a good one. And obviously you had also the, was it the brain movement that you had, where obviously the Freedom Front Plus was more the Afrikaner party, and then now you wanted to scale it to the colored minorities as well. Was it then when you started that brain movement?
Well, it was always there. We always said in the Conservative Party,
yes,
we said we will have to take hands with other minority groups.
Okay,
that's like not voting specifically for the Conservative Party, but in the new dispensation.
Okay,
remember that the Freedom Front Plus, actually, we were the originator, and we are actually the people who ensure that you have a Section 235 section in the Constitution. Section 235 provides for self-determination of minority groups. And we said in the Freedom Front and Freedom Front Plus that we have to take hands with other minority groups. And I always say that if you go and look at self-determination, as I've mentioned, the preserving of your culture, the right of your child, of your language, Afrikaans. And I think that was a sort of a natural sort of binding factor between the brown people and then the Afrikaner people, is that we all speak Afrikaans. What people don't know, the majority of Afrikaans-speaking people in South Africa, 60%, is actually colored people or brown people.
The colored community.
Yeah, colored community. So that's where we started to find people coming forward. And yes, we continued on that. For instance, our 2021 local government election, we had quite a lot of candidates from the brown people. Here you say colored people, I don't always sure, but some say, no, we want to be called brown people, but doesn't matter, it's your choice.
Yes.
And for instance, in the Western Cape, we had a lot of candidates of the brown community and got elected.
Got elected.
And even if you go back to the 2019 election, our premier candidate for the Freedom Front Plus at that stage was Mr. Pieter Marais.
Oh, Pieter Marais.
Yes.
A former premier.
A former premier. Well, he got elected in the provincial legislature in the Western Cape. And so we started, when I was a leader, it was always the idea, and we just enhanced that effort to say to people, listen, because people had this idea that we are only for the Afrikaner people. They said, no, we want to protect the minorities of South Africa. We're not ashamed to say we're Afrikaners. And yes, we will fight for our rights. But let's take hands. Let's all of us as minority groups fight for our rights.
No, that's an interesting one, Minister Groenewald. And obviously you joined the Government of National Unity last year, and the President appoints you in the executive as Minister of Correctional Service. How has the transition been from opposition to now being in the executive, and obviously taking over a department that had merged previously, was merged between Correctional Service and also Department of Justice, right? How has that transition been?
I think it is important.
We're gonna focus on that now.
It is important to say that we must remember in the whole process of negotiations.
Okay.
And I was part of each and every meeting.
Yes.
With the ANC. We said that we don't want any executive position. We are not interested in any ministerial position.
In the negotiations.
In all the negotiations.
Okay.
We said it right through. I said it on many platforms and in the media that no, we will not form part of the executive. And that was the policy of the Freedom Front Plus. So what then happened is that when they came forward of a declaration of unity, or actually declaration to say that, yes, we comply to certain principles of the Constitution and everything, and political parties are welcome to join in the declaration. We decided in the Freedom Front Plus, yes, we're going to join that. And the reason we said that, because in that declaration, it stipulates that, for instance, in cabinet, if there's not consensus, then it must be referred to a political council, consist of the parties who are signatories to the declaration.
Oh, okay.
And then there must be sufficient consensus, which is 60%. So we said we can still play a role to be part of that, and we don't need to be part of cabinet and executive. So we signed the declaration. And then what happened, out of the blue, the president called me and he said, but he wants to offer me the position of Minister for Correctional Services. Well, that was 7:10 in the evening. The Sunday he announced the cabinet.
The cabinet.
Yes. And I said to him, well, Mr. President, you know how politics work. I cannot make that decision on my own. I have to have an emergency meeting with my federal structures.
Okay.
And I had an emergency meeting with the Federal Management Committee of the Freedom Front Plus.
Okay.
It was a long discussion.
I
I can reveal now that people will remember the announcement of the cabinet was supposed to be by 9 o'clock. It went over the time. They waited for our answer.
Oh, okay.
And then the Federal Management Council decided that, yes, we take up the position. So I phoned the president and I said, okay, that is accepted. You will also see when the names were given there, my name was at the bottom.
At the bottom.
And the others were all alphabetically.
Yeah, the others were
Correctional Services, they waited for us. And that's how we became part of it.
Yes.
Now, one of the arguments is also that I've been all the years on the portfolio committee of, say, safety and security, defense and police specifically. Although I've never been on the portfolio committee of correctional services. And as you've mentioned, it's part of justice for some time. But in your, can I say, structures, in terms of the executive, you also have cabinet committees, for instance, on certain clusters, like you've got the JCPS, the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security.
Okay, so it's clustered.
It's clustered.
Okay.
So all the ministers there, they are part of that cabinet committee.
Okay.
And that's where you can play quite a big role because police matters are coming, all safety and security matters. I didn't mention it before, but remember that from 1994 to 1999, I was, for instance, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Defense.
Oh, okay.
So that was also part of it. And we also said to each other that I can play a role there. So we decided to take it up, and that's where I ended up, and that's where I am at the moment as Minister for Correctional Services.
Interesting. And obviously, when you took up a correctional service, there was quite a whole lot of challenges that you are currently facing at the moment. The budget constraint, the overcrowding, the dilapidating of the infrastructure, the corruption as well. But I want to start with the overcrowding. Let's look at that. The population of detainees, the ones that are sentenced and also on trial, what is the total population of the detainees?
Yeah.
How is it affecting the overcrowding?
Yes, it has a huge effect on the overcrowding.
Yeah.
To give you perspective,
Yeah.
we have about, round fingers, 104,000 sentenced offenders.
104,000.
104,000.
Okay.
We have about 108,000 beds in our facilities.
Those are trials.
Say again?
The beds are the trial prisons.
No, beds in all our facilities.
Oh, the beds. Oh,
the beds where they sleep
to
on.
Sleep.
Yeah,
okay,
the beds.
all right.
Yeah.
Government.
So there are enough beds
Okay.
for the sentenced offenders.
Okay.
But now the problem occurs when we come to the remand detainees awaiting trial.
Okay.
We talk roughly about 60,000 of them. Now you can imagine that's where the overcrowding come in. And the remand detainees, part of that, and the way I say we must look how we can reduce the overcrowding, is that we must look at the remand detainees.
Okay.
They should not be in the system. If the criminal justice system works correctly, you will have people, they will go to court, they will get sentenced, or they will, whatever the case may be, what the sentence may be, not necessarily sent to jail.
Yes.
But now we have 60,000. We have about 6 remand detainees awaiting trial for more than 10 years.
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years, which is totally unacceptable.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we cannot continue with that. We must reduce that. And there are certain ways. Firstly, we also have in our facilities about 26,000 foreign nationals.
Foreign nationals.
Yes. Of that, 13,000 of them, 13, are remand detainees.
Sure.
I said that I want to get legislation in place, because at the moment legislation does not provide for that, to send them back to the countries of origin. And then the other thing is we have about 3,000 remand detainees waiting trial.
Yes.
That couldn't afford bail of R1,000 and less.
Sure.
We have people there, young people, who couldn't afford a bail of R100 for petty crimes.
Petty crimes. Stealing in a shop, shoplifting.
Shoplifting, that sort of things.
Yes.
Stolen a bread or 2 or 3 in those places. Now I say that we must look at that, and yes, the inspecting judge, Judge Cameron, he started a process to try to establish a bail fund.
Okay.
It's a private initiative. It's not costing the
private fund.
It's a private fund.
Okay.
It's not going to cost the taxpayer money, so that they can use this fund to pay these sort of bail to get them out of the system. I know that I created some controversy when I said, well, we must also look at corporal punishment.
Yes.
And the reason I said that, and I know...
Which is a fair one.
Well, my argument is as follows.
Yeah.
And immediately, of course, the human rights groups were on
your case.
On my case, and I said, well, okay, just answer me this.
Yeah.
If you've got a young person, 18, 19, 20 years old, for shoplifting, waiting trial, 3 months, 4 months, do you know what happens in jail? Do you know that those young people, they get in there, they get raped, they are assaulted, and you talk about human rights. Do you think those are better human rights? What about that? I say, let's look and have the debate on corporal punishment. Not just randomly. The court must decide. You get 6 of the of the best, for instance.
Yeah.
And then you're released.
6 shots
yes.
at the back. Yeah.
Yes, in its control.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a social worker standing by to see it is according to rules and everything.
With a shambok.
Well, they call it laikies.
6 likes.
Yeah, it was not a shambok. It was a laikie. So I say that that's less inhumane than having a person awaiting trial, young people. They go in there with minor offences, but then they become hardened criminals.
They come out even worse.
Exactly. That's what it is. So we are working on the overcrowding. I'm in the process of looking at legislation. So, for instance, let's start with the foreigners.
The foreigners.
Send them back. Yes, and I know people will always say, yeah, but your problem is you send them now, the next day or 2 days they're back.
How much does it cost the tax?
And that's exactly the point. I said that you must remember it is costing the taxpayer 463 Rand per day per inmate.
Per inmate.
So if you take the 26,000 foreigners, you can multiply that. It is costing the taxpayers of South Africa more than 11 million Rand a day.
A day.
Because of that. Sorry, is it a day per month? Sorry, per month. We can make the calculation.
Yes, per month.
So, per month. So, I say that we have an obligation also to save money. And by doing that, we also say that we must enhance our activities when it comes to self-sufficiency. The other day I opened a bakery. We save about 3 million Rand annually because the inmates are working in the bakery. We're going to open another 7 up to 2028. And the bonus on that is that let's take the Westville bakery, which one I opened.
Yes.
You have about 50 inmates involved in that process.
Okay.
That's also part of rehabilitation.
The skill as well.
They get skilled. We give them a certificate when they go out, saying that this person worked in a bakery. He knows how to do it. And they can go out. They will more easy for them to get a job.
Oh, really?
And some of them can even start their own bakeries if they want to. So we're going to do, and we're doing the same with our agricultural activities. We do it with our workshops. We have steel workshops, wooden shops, all that sort of thing. I'm in the process. I already wrote a letter to the Minister of Basic Education.
Yes.
Requesting that we come together because we can manufacture all the school desks.
The desks.
They need. It's going to save the taxpayer a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And it makes the inmates more skilled when they go out because we have an obligation in correctional services.
Yes.
That we must remember that if a prisoner served his or her sentence, say it's 10 years.
Yes.
After 10 years, correctional services cannot say, oh, well, you're not rehabilitated, you cannot go out. You're going out.
You're going out.
And we have the responsibility towards society to ensure that we make the society more safe, and therefore we must do our utmost best to rehabilitate people successfully. Now, all these activities, self-sufficiency, is part of that. I'm very fond of gardening.
Yes.
That sort of things. I know the therapeutic effect it has on someone if you put something in soil.
On soil.
And you see how it grows. Let they produce their own food. Vegetables, potatoes, carrots, beetroot, all that sort of things.
And all of that.
We save money, and as you said, we have huge budget constraints. So we look how we can deal with that and see how we can save money and to see how we can solve our problems.
I really like that initiative, Doen Self. We can do it because obviously it saves a lot of money and also it rehabilitates the prisoners as well. So with the industrialization you embarking on in prisons, is it mostly on which prisons have got these factories, these bakeries and so on?
Well, there are quite a lot. You have almost in each province, you have of these bakeries already.
Okay.
There are 12 bakeries spread, for instance, some places in the Western Cape, Gauteng, Limpopo and all those places.
Oh.
But as I said, we want to create another 7 by 2028. At the moment, we even have a sort of, we have a chicken abattoir in Bloemfontein. At Grootvlei. We hope to say next month or so that we will officially open that abattoir, producing about, say, 4,000 to 5,000 chickens daily, slaughtered, to provide.
To provide for food.
And we have about 9 broileries there where we can have our own chickens. We have some places already. For instance, at St. Albans.
Oh, St. Albans.
St. Albans.
You got a lot of land there as well.
Wow, there are quite a lot of prisons that have quite a lot of land because you must remember that they had to produce their own food.
Oh, at that time.
Now, I know. Some people say, accusing me of I want to go back to apartheid. And I said, listen, to work and produce your own food's got nothing to do with apartheid.
Yeah,
it's part of a system. And it happens all over the world. So forget about this notion going back to apartheid. I'm thinking of what we must do to be effective, to save money of the taxpayers and to rehabilitate people. And this combination, even our steel workshops.
Yes.
I mean, you have, actually that is the magic recipe. They're using their hands, they are learning skills, they rehabilitate, and you actually give them a better chance when they're back in social life that they can easier or on a better way get some work or a job or whatever the case may be. So if that is the focus and we can expand that, then we are going to become more successful.
Interesting. That's a good one, Minister Groenewald. The other part that I wanted to look at is the criminality. You've been doing quite a whole lot of raids in the prisons. Can you take us through that? What have you been confiscating in those specific raids and those unannounced visits that you also have been doing in the facilities?
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Over the years, I must admit and say that I think there was not proper control.
Okay.
For instance, the last annual year or the annual financial year, we've confiscated more than 40,000 cell phones.
Sure.
Now you're talking about criminality. Now that's criminality within our prisons, but it also overflows to the community. For instance, let's take the Western Cape.
Okay.
You've got the gangs in the prisons. The gang leaders that's using cell phones and operates with still the outside world, but within the prison. And that's why I said that we must increase our rates. And yes, we are confiscating many more items because we are increasing our rates.
Yes.
Sometimes in Parliament they say, yes, but under your ministry, suddenly 40,000 cell phones.
Yeah.
I said, yes.
I found.
That's actually proof that we will start doing our job. Because the more you can expose these things and get hold of and preventing that, the better. What you get different, the contraband is from drugs, sharp objects.
Sharp objects.
Yeah, people once said, what about firearms? No firearms.
No firearms.
It's not, you won't get the firearm in there. But sharp objects, and that in a certain sense, they use toothbrush. You will be surprised.
Even
breaking, they sharpen it and everything.
Yeah.
The most surprised item was in Polsmoor. With the last raid, where they then found lamb chops, raw lamb chops.
Raw lamb.
Yeah, so I asked myself now, what are you going to do with raw lamb chops in prison? Because if you want to have a bride, you will expose yourself immediately. So I was quite surprised by that one. But it's all that sort of things.
Yeah.
And yes, you have different reasons for that. Firstly, officials, corrupt officials.
The officials that
allowing and actually is part of the smuggling of the contraband.
Oh, okay.
Then from visitors, visiting inmates, they also smuggling them in.
Okay.
The other third main cause is that people going to court. You must remember the remand detainees, the police come and pick them up and take them to court.
Oh, and take them
for the trials.
Okay.
Of course, remand detainees. So we're not with them.
Oh, there is no.
Yes, we don't send someone with them. It's in the hands of the police. And there is also quite a lot of smuggling taking place there. Although we are supposed to search them thoroughly when they come back into the cells.
Oh, when they come back.
But that's where the officials are coming in with corrupt officials.
Oh.
So we are tending to that. We are looking at more sophisticated equipment. And in terms of entry, metal detectors, detecting, all that sort of, even biometrics and all that sort of things. But it's costing quite a lot of money.
Oh, the cost of it.
And we have budget constraints. Just to give you an indication, over the last 5 years, the budget of correctional services was cut with about 11.7 billion rand.
My word.
And the equipment are really old. And it's easy to sideline the system in terms of that. We are working on that.
So the system is still manual in other
Of course,
forms.
what they do is the corrupt official just switch off the metal detector. You go through, and but nothing happens. You clean.
Oh,
no, you're not clean. Even the official himself. But I also want to say, for the majority of the employees of correctional services are really hardworking, honest people. And my task is to get rid of these corrupt officials. And that's why I also said that consequence management is a priority. If someone is doing the wrong thing, he or she, depending on what he or she did, there must be consequence management. To give you an idea, I visited a specific prison.
Yes, yes.
The head of the prison took me through. It was a surprise. It was an unannounced visit.
Yes, yes.
And then I saw, for instance, a telephone booth, 6 of them. And I asked him, are those phones working? He says, yes. I said, all of them? He says, yes. I said, lock open. I want to go and see.
You want to go see? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I checked, only 2 of the 6 worked.
Are working.
And I said, there must be disciplinary steps against the head of the prison. Not because of the phones that does not work. I mean, it's a matter of, it's not in this, but he lied to me. He said to me, everyone is working. So, and he was disciplined the next day. And that is my approach.
Yes.
When we talk about discipline, but it's a long road. There are many problems. But as I say, how do you eat the elephant? You eat it piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
That's what I'm doing.
Right. And in the side of the overcrowding, have you looked at the parole system? Have you made some changes there?
We are in the process. The system is there. And we're having a parole summit.
Okay.
22 to 23 September, this month.
This month.
Yes. We're inviting civil society and organizations to come forward with ideas.
Okay.
And my approach is, I first want to hear what civil society wants. And then if we have those proposals, then we incorporate it to see whether we need certain amendments to certain acts and whatever we have to do. I think there is a change in this sense. The system is still the same, but let me take it on my desk. In terms of legislation, only the minister can make a final decision on an application of parole for lifers, people sentenced to life.
Oh, to life.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a process. You have the parole board, you have case management systems and all those sort of things. You have the National Council for Correctional Services. They all make recommendations. But the minister then makes a final decision. When I became the minister the 3rd of July last year, I was confronted with a backlog of 495 applications.
Yes, yes.
We worked very hard. By October, we were up to date. We're still up to date. And I have a view, and I'm very strict to that. And that is what is the risk of reoffending. South Africa have a huge problem when it comes to reoffending of people released from prison. And there's a risk analysis. A psychologist gives you a risk analysis, even a social worker, all those people. And if the risk is moderate to high, then I do not approve.
You don't approve.
Any parole. And I said, I'm willing to go to court because I have a responsibility towards the people of South Africa to ensure that they are safe. And if I know that this parolee, there's a moderate chance and even a high chance that he or she will reoffend, then I do not do my work and my job correctly. I have an obligation to protect them, and therefore I refuse it. Now, it is happening now. Very few of the lifers do get parole. And I said, as I said, I'll go to court, and then the court must decide.
They must decide.
If they say, no, you go, then fine, you go. But then it is on their conscience. Then it's on the conscience of the court, of the judge, or whoever it may be. But I want to have a clean, clear conscience on that point.
I can imagine, because they're going to go back and re-victimize.
Well, the problem is you read in newspapers of parolees committing murder, committing rape again. And then they say, what's going on in correctional services? How could you have put this person on parole?
On parole.
Now, I refer to lifers. Of course, if it's not a lifer, you have the parole boards. There is a problem there. We have 52 parole boards.
Yes, yes.
Regions, certain regions.
52.
52. It consists of 6 members, where 4 of the 6 members are members from the community of that area.
Oh, of that specific area.
That specific area. Now, I said we must change the attitude, because what they did is they said, okay, this applicant went through all the rehabilitation processes, the courses and all that sort of things. It's fine. I said you must look at the risk factor.
Yes.
That is what is important to me. And yes, you can have an inmate who went through all those courses and everything.
Everything.
But if the risk is still high, and that's where the psychiatrists, the psychologists, even criminologists, they can determine what are the chances of reoffending. And that must be the final decision.
Yes, yes.
Whether a person can get to parole or not. The structure does provide that, for instance, if I am not satisfied with a decision of a parole board, that I can ask for, there's also a parole review board.
Well, there's also a
then I can ask the review board to review the decision. And it happened. A well-known case, for instance, is the Marius van der Westhuizen case. Okay. Where he killed his 3 children in front of his wife. In Malmesbury, they approved the parole. And I asked for a review, and then it was rejected.
It was rejected.
Yeah, so he's not out on it. But there are some other cases as well. The Alison Botha case is also a good one, where the 2 offenders actually went out on parole. Parole was given by the previous minister. But we found a loophole in legislation. Yes. That I could recall them. Oh, you can recall them. Because if you look at their profiles, they were actually moderate to high reoffenders. Oh, reoffenders. And we succeeded. But I made a very objective decision, well-informed decision. I asked for about 2 or 3 legal opinions on the matter.
Yes.
And when we did it, I said, yes, let's prepare, we can go to court, but we must make sure about our case. And I said it, I'm in the media having said that. Well, those 2 people are back in prison.
Oh, they're back in prison.
They're back in prison. And I don't want to go in the, can I say, gruesome stories.
Oh, the gruesome stories.
You won't believe I got an eye-opener because the files are coming on my desk.
The files are on your desk.
You can't believe it. You can't believe it. We all know criminals and all that sort of things.
But why do you think we have such a dangerous society, Minister Groenewald, on your side? Is it unemployment? Do you think it's the upbringing? It's the family? Why do you think South Africa is
You mentioned all the right reasons, but I would say the main reason is, can I say, the criminal justice system.
Okay.
If you go and look at statistics, if you take violent crimes, for instance, murder, rape, assault, all those sort of things, only about 8% of those violent crimes are successfully going through our courts and sentences are given.
8% of them.
8%. Let's make it round figures. I say it means a criminal, a violent crime. The criminal's got a 90% of getting away with it.
Sure.
There are research done, for instance, where some offenders, they said it is already the 17th, 70 time, or can I say, when he committed the crime. For 70 times before he was caught. So the criminal justice system, police, justice, bringing in correctional services, we're part of that criminal justice system. If there is no consequence, then they just continue. They start thinking that I'm immune. I'm getting away with crime. And that is, as far as I'm concerned, is the main reason why we are actually living in a violent state, a country. Let's take rape, for instance. Women and children. You can't believe it. And that is where then I come back where you said, is it the social upbringing? Is it communities? And I said it in Parliament. And I said when some political parties' members are breaking the benches and become violent and all that sort of thing, I said, I want to apologize to the people of South Africa because I'm a member of Parliament. What example do you set with your actions?
To the public.
What you are, the message you're sending out is if you do not agree with what some other people say, then you become violent. That is the message. And we must not underestimate it. We suppose as members of Parliament, besides respecting the decorum of the House, to set an example. Yes, we can differ with each other, but you must differ with respect. And that's not happening. So it goes back to society. Yes, unemployment is also. But you know, there are countries in Africa's got higher unemployment
Higher
rates.
unemployment than us.
But they're not violent. You will go to some of those countries where you will get, for people doing their business and selling goods on the street, and they will leave everything there. They don't get attacked or the money's not getting stolen or all that sort of things. So we have to work on it. And it's an attitude. Let's take the gangs on the Western Cape, in the Western Cape. Yeah. They get away with it. I mean, the Minister of Police or the acting Minister of Police, today it is in the media that he now say that, but there is no proper plan fighting the gangs on the Western Cape. And I can remember, as a member of the Portfolio Committee on Police, at numerous times, we said, listen, what is your counter plan? Your way you're going to deal with the gangs. And then they come with a presentation. They know all the names of of the gangs.
They good in presentations, but implementation.
Well, I said, not that one, each one of them. I said, well, it is clear to me you don't want to fight the gangs. Are you afraid of them? And yes, I know they're afraid because members of the police came to me and said, man, the people are afraid to go in there. Now, what's the message? The police can't protect us. And I assure you that if they act correctly, they know who the people are. There is a anti-gang
unit.
Anti-gang unit. There's specific legislation when it comes to the prohibition of gangs activities and everything. They can use it. But that's also where corruption comes in. So if you ask me about the crime in South Africa, people are fed up with crime. That's why you will see that communities are now start taking the law into their own hands.
To their own hands.
You will see sometimes you will hear about the vigilantism and people with burning tires and the necklace method and all that sort of things. It happens quite a lot. You don't see everything in the media because communities are saying we had enough. And it's no use going to the police because they cannot protect us, so we have to protect ourselves. And that is actually creating violence because you have to use violence to fight violent crime. And we must change that. There's a constitutional obligation on the police services that they must protect the people. And, well, we see the corruption and commissions investigating the corruption.
Yeah, the commissions, the corners of the...
Why are we then surprised that there's lawlessness in South Africa? Are we then surprised that we have these high crime rates, especially when it comes to violent crime? Are we then surprised that it's not safe for a woman to travel alone on street?
Travel alone.
Day or night, it doesn't matter. Are we then surprised to see the high rate of sexual assault and rape and everything?
Gender-based and all of us. Yeah.
Well, that is the reason. We have to fix that. And if we don't fix it, it's going to become more violent.
Sure. It's an interesting one, Minister. The other part I just want to ask, obviously you have given over now the leadership of the party to Dr. Corne Mulder. He was here as well. What is your thought? What was your thought when you gave it over? Did you want to go again, or is it age? Or
no, I said it very clearly. As you've said, I am 70 years. A couple of weeks ago, 27th of August, I'm 70 years old. And I had to take a decision.
Yeah.
Because if you look at correctional services and all the challenges there, and what must be done, I had to make a decision to see whether what I want to ensure I can give my full attention to.
Yes.
And it is a reason, and I said it, I said the work is actually too much to be the Minister of Correctional Services and the leader of the Freedom Front Plus.
Okay.
Remember that we are going into a local government election next year. And it's a lot of work. And the constitution of the Freedom Front Plus determines that, for instance, you have a top 7 we're talking about. It's an executive, federal, can I say, committee.
Yes, yes.
And they have to deal with the day-to-day tasks of the party. And the leader is the chair of that structure. So, as leader, you are actually involved in the day-to-day activities of the party. It's just too much work.
I can imagine. And
then I said, okay. And I said before that we must also bring in the young people. I am very serious and passionate about the fact that we must bring our young people in politics.
Yes, yes.
And to give you an idea, on the 2019 election you referred to, I brought in a new system of positioning candidates on the national list from position 1 to whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Because the electoral system determines that if you get 10 members elected, like we did, then, for instance, it's the first 10 members on the list. And I brought in merit.
Oh.
Candidates had to write an examen.
Oh, exactly.
They had to deliver a speech in front of a panel, giving a score. And that's added up. And then the candidates with the highest score are positioned on the line in terms of their score.
Meritocracy.
Yeah.
The way.
And I'm very proud of that system. Yeah. For instance, if you go back to 2019, the first 10 candidates, about 7 to 8 of them, were below the age of 40 years old. And we had 2 women elected. And I always say they're not in there because they're women. They were there because they earned it. It's on merit. I don't believe, when we talk about women's rights, that you have to put someone in a position just because she is a woman. I think that is an insult to a woman. They are as good as men and better than some men. And if they get into a position, it's based on merit. So I brought that system in. So I said the young people must come in.
Yes.
And I'm satisfied. And then I said, I'm not going to avail myself again for the leadership. I decided that I will focus on correctional services. But I want the young people to come in. Now, if you take the top 3, as you said, Dr. Mulder is the leader. But if you look, for instance, at the chairperson of the Freedom Front Plus, it's Mr. Bouter Wessels. He's 40 years old. The vice chairman is, it's my son, Pieter Groenewald.
Oh, okay.
He's 41 years.
Yes.
And so the young people are coming in.
They come.
And that's what I want. And that's the reason why I said I'm not going to avail myself again.
And obviously your children are also in politics. Did you tell them to go in or how?
No, in fact, it's just the opposite way.
Yes.
It's only my son that's in
politics. It's only your son.
My one son.
Right.
He's also one of a twin.
Oh, okay. He's also a twin.
He's also a twin.
Okay, interesting.
His brother is an artisan.
Oh, okay.
My daughter is a teacher.
Oh, okay.
So he decided to go into politics, and I said to him, you can come into politics, but firstly you must understand you have to work for it. It's a merit.
Yes.
Secondly, you must ensure that you have a qualification. Because politics is a very high-risk occupation. You don't know whether you will be elected in the next election. And then you must have something you can fall back onto to ensure that you can continue. And I said, you can continue. Now, I must say, if I can use him as an example, because a lot of people say, referring... it's because I'm there.
Oh, you were
and all that sort of things.
Yeah, I can.
The fact of the matter, and I remember that in the election, people wrote in the newspaper, specifically in Northwest, because he's there, that I favored him and all that sort of things. And I said, no, you make a decision.
Yeah.
You go and see in terms of the posters going up in the election. Clarkstop, all the towns in Northwest. Who dominates it? It was the Freedom Front Plus. And the person who have organized that and have put it up themselves is my son.
It was your son.
He worked for it. He went through the criteria, as I said, writing an exam, delivering a speech. He had to go through for everything.
Yes, everything.
People are very quick to shout nepotism. Make sure about your facts. So I said, and I wrote in the newspaper, I'm very proud of him because I know he worked hard for it, and I have a clear conscience it's not on nepotism. And he's got a degree. If something goes wrong, then he's got something to fall back
on. No, that's great. But last but not least, are you optimistic about South Africa, Minister Groenewald?
Yes, I am.
Right.
I'll say why. We will survive. We have always survived. Yes, So having said that, I always say you must never be in a state of denial.
Okay.
If you're in a state of denial, then you're not going to survive. So we have to look at our challenges, the realities, and then we must address it. And I said that to the president as well. Remember that in the beginning of this year, I was still the leader when the State of the Nation took place.
Yes, yes.
And I said, we must start to deal with the inconvenient truth of South Africa. I said, because it was referred to President Trump and the Afrikaners and everything, and I said,
yes, yes.
I said, yes, the Freedom Front Plus will not blame any Afrikaner if they want to go to the United States. But I said, I am here to stay. And I said, we must solve our own problems, but then we must listen to each other. And we can. And remember, the people of South Africa, and I see it, they already decided to bring a change. And it brings me to the Government of National Unity.
Yes.
The people, the electorate of South Africa decided we're not going to allow a single political party to continue to be the government. They decided there must be some change. And they succeeded. Now everybody say, but how successful is a government of national unity? The mere fact that you have a government of national unity is a huge breakthrough in politics. So, and that is the electorate themselves. It's not some other political leader or anyone. It's the electorate. They decided so. And we must now continue with that. And we must ensure that the future governments, this is the first one, the Government of National Unity. We will have some more coalitions or whatever the case may be, but we must ensure that we get the best people there. Of course, in Afrikaans sê ons is nou nie tande kry staan meneer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a child getting the first
the teeth
and everything. It's very sore.
Yeah.
It's painful and all that sort of things. But if you're through that,
yes,
then you're going to have a bright smile with a nice pair of teeth. So let's go for it.
Yes.
So soos in Afrikaans sê, kom ons byt vas.
Byt vas.
It will go better. We will survive.
No, great. Baie dankie meneer. Ek waardeer dit. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed this interview and thank you for coming and your time as well. And I wish you all the best. I do follow you quite a lot, especially with the work that you're doing in the correctional service. So baie dankie and sterkte vir jou en jou familie.
Thank you very much. Baie dankie. And it's my privilege. Dit is vir my altyd 'n voorreg om so te kan praat. En kom ons sê vir ons mense van Suid-Afrika, ons moet altyd hoop hê.
Thank you very much, sir. Baie dankie.
Right.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Right.